The height of this impunity has been witnessed today when he issued show-cause letters to members of the County Assembly in a deliberate bid to block them from voting in the impending impeachment. We condemn this injustice in the strongest terms possible and urge the people of Kericho to look this through shallow scheme to grab power through backdoor. What has happened today is a culmination of planned and sustained political script that intends to not only derail the service delivery. The Speaker of the County Assembly, who has now declared disinterest in the gubernatorial seat, has turned the Assembly into a campaign machine. Instead of upholding the dignity of his office, he has chosen to weaponize the House against the executive, against progress, and ultimately against the people of Kericho. The impeachment motion filed against me is a smokescreen. Behind it lies a pattern of deliberate frustration. Number one, tampering with the county budget to derail flagship projects meant to uplift our farmers, youth, and women. Funds earmarked for health, roads, and water have been mutilated, not for fiscal prudence, for political gain. Refusal to constitute selection panels for the appointment of the County Public Service Board and the County Secretary. These are critical institutions for service delivery and governance. Yet the Assembly has used delay over duty, paralysis over progress, orchestrated by Speaker Patrick Mutai. Deliberate stalling of development programs, including those that were approved in the CIDB as well as the annual development plans. Let me be clear. I will not be held hostage by political ambitions. I was elected to serve, not to play chess with the livelihoods of Kericho residents. And I will not allow a few rogue actors to drag this county into chaos for the sake of their personal interest. To the MCAs who have allowed themselves to be used, I urge you to remember why you were elected. You were chosen to represent your people, not to represent vendettas. To the Speaker, Patrick Mutai, if you want to be governor, face me at the ballot, not behind emotions and manipulations. Let the people decide, not the corridors of conspiracy. And I want to add this. When I took over as the governor of this county the year 2022, Speaker Patrick Mutai was the CC for 10 years in charge of finance and roads. He looted this county left, right, center. He handed for me pending bills of close to 670 million. Of these pending bills that Speaker Patrick Mutai gave it to me, close to 400 million was his own payment that he demanded me to pay for it. I refused to pay the money because these were fictitious and ghost projects that were done. From that time on, he has not stopped fighting this government. He needs to understand that he frustrated the former governor. Right now he's sick. Right now he's indisposed. I will not allow him to frustrate me the way he did to the former governor. When to the people of Kericho, I remain committed to our shared vision. We will build roads, we will equip hospitals, we will empower our youth, and we will not be distracted. This is a defining moment. Let us use integrity over intrigues. Let us use service over sabotage. Let us choose Kericho. To this extent, the conflicts between the two arms of Kericho County have reached a limit. And before I say this, I just want to mention this, that the ad hoc committee, and I want to congratulate the ad hoc committee that was looking into fictitious payment. They did a very good job. An impeachment table before the report was even brought to me, which means this was something which was planned earlier, not now, because signatures were collected, MCAs were forced to sign. Those who does not sign have been dewiffed from their committees. I give an example of the Honorable Kimarus of Gishara Ward, who, because of refusing to stand up to the dictatorship and the aristocracy of Patrick Mutai, Yesterday, he was removed as the chair of roads. And today, he was removed from being a member of the House Business Committee. Why is this refusal? Why was he done that? It is because he refused to sign lists which didn't have grounds for impeachment. He has been going around intimidating MCAs. Today, he wanted to hijack the honorable member of Kapkate Drum along the way. And he's moving around trying to hijack and intimidate MCAs that they will lose their committee members and the privileges. As we speak today, MCAs that supported me in the last impeachment, all of them were away from committees. They are not earning any allowances. They are not earning any salary. They are going home with no money. And you cannot imagine that kind of inhumanity and injustice that is happening in that assembly. I didn't mean to say this, but let me just say again. The MCAs, many of them I respect. But I want also to indicate that a number of those who are seated in the committee looking at the fictitious issues are the biggest contractors of this county. I will be forwarding a list of their proxy companies to EACC. It is very disappointing that those who are investigating a very noble case chose themselves to investigate themselves. It's a case of a thief appointing himself to investigate how theft happened, and yet they are themselves that force our officers and the CEOs and everybody to do crazy things. And they've been twisting and blacklisting our CCs. I just want also to say this, that over the past since we came in, the county government of Kericho has been in problems where a good number of those few MCAs who are contractors demands all the contracts in departments. They threaten CECs, they threaten CEOs that if you don't give us contracts, we are going to impeach you. And through to their word, they have been frustrating a number of officers. In fact, to a point that our contractors are suffering in this county because they have appropriated themselves to be chief contractors. Today, when this impeachment is happening, I look back with a lot of pain. The reason, and part of the reasons they are agitating these things, is blackmail. Some of them have demanded that they need to be paid works that have not even completed. And we will be citing examples of those words as I'll be forwarding the list of them. Some of them were former friends. They were former friends that helped me even during the last impeachment. But because we cannot meet some of their unreasonable demands of making payments anyhowly, I have opted to go the route of impeachment in order to make the governor to be blackmailed and suppress officers. And some of them are aspiring to be MPs and senators, and they want to use blackmail to fund their campaigns. I want to say that the resources of the people of Kericho will not be used and are not available for you to use in your campaigns. Let us choose integrity over intrigues. Let us choose service over sabotage. Let us choose Kericho. To this extent, the conflicts between the two arms of Kericho County have reached an irreconcilable limit affecting service delivery. We respect the oversight roles of the County Assembly and the recommendations of the ad hoc report. We respect it very much. And for me, we will act on it. We will act on it in accordance with the law and in accordance to the relevant agencies. Those who are implicated, we will act on it and work on it. Because the report was just brought to me now. I'm not managed to go through the entire report. But once we are done with it, we'll be able to act on it as I promised earlier, because it's our business to protect the resources of this county and protect our county. However, looking into the irreconcilable differences in this county, looking into the blackmail of those with ambitions to go for further seats within the assembly, and the way they have held the county in a ransom and to extend paralyzing service in the county. And I had indicated earlier on that some of the issues we have, we just did a budget, and the budget was mutilated by assembly, and those who were interested, and the few actors there who cause themselves that they are the biggest groups of people there. They mutilated the budget. Today, we cannot implement a good budget, and the controller of budget has rejected the budget because of what was mutilated and moving away from the ADB. The Public Service Board, which is supposed to do this reaction and employ our children, I gave out a list of nominees to the Assembly almost 3 months ago. Speaker Patrick, in his wisdom, because he was facing a court situation, because we all know that he's a very rock and crook person who violates the law every day. In the last impeachment, he forced numbers. It was 31. He decided to force it that way. When he was impeaching his deputy speaker, he didn't have the numbers. He forced it that way. He ended up in court. And during that time, he chose that it is better to deny the people of Kericho members of the County Public Service Board. And today, we don't have a functional constitutional public service board of Kericho County because of his intention to punish the governor and make it not deliver so that he can contest for the governor. Looking into all these things and the blackmails, I therefore officially invite the residents of Kericho County to consider and pursue a constitutional petition for the dissolution of a county government under Article 192 of the Constitution of Kenya. Let us no longer be hostages to function. Tomorrow, we will begin collecting signatures across the county to dissolve the county and petition the president to petition the county government of Kericho, and then we go back for fresh elections and let the people decide. We will not continue like this. We will not be hostage. And so tomorrow we'll kick off the process of collecting signatures to dissolve Kericho County. And we respectfully ask the president that by next week, when we will be presenting for him the documents to gracefully accept the people's of Kericho's decision, to the wills of Kericho, to dissolve the county, and we all go back to seek fresh mandate from the people of Kericho. I commit. We are waiting for the impeachment to take place next week. We commit to avail ourselves in the assembly. We are ready to face the assembly. We are ready to face Senate. We are ready to explain our story. Because when you say to the governor that so-and-so did this and this, the governor is not the accounting officer. And we know how those reports were worked over throughout the night, how money was changing hands, how even reports committees in the assembly were being asked to change reports so that they can meet this kind of vendetta that the speaker is striving. And to my good friend, engineer Fred Kirui, you are a mistake that I selected as a deputy governor. It's something I don't want the people of Kericho to carry the burden. But let it be known that he has never stepped these offices for the last 3 years. He only appears here when he wants to blow scandals. The office of the governor is one. It is the office of the governor is the governor and the deputy governor. And if you are saying that the governor is a thief, then the deputy governor is also a thief. And that is why, for this reason, we are saying the way to go is to dissolve this county and you go back to fresh elections. I just want to say this, and this is my last message to Pati Mutai. I see you have intimidated the MCAs, and you are trying to remove them and suspending them because you know you don't have numbers for impeachment. The last time we were 16. Today we have more than 20 MCAs standing with their governor. And because you have sensed defeat and you have sensed that you will not move forward, I just want to ask you for two things. Stop moving houses of MCAs in the night. Stop texting them and actually intimidating them. Stop asking them that you remove their seats. They are also parents. They need to pay school fees. They need to pay food for their children. And kindly let us allow the due process to take place. I also hear that you say that utachasia kura, the way you want to chasia. Let me give you this warning early enough, my brother. I have tolerated you long enough as the governor, and this time round, if you try that monkey business, you will not believe what you will see. So thank you so much, and God bless Kericho. Asante sana. Machamwa.